We all know the image, a glowing mother-to-be bathed in warm sunlight, peacefully preparing a nursery for her new arrival. But behind the camera, she may be experiencing a biological reality that rarely makes the edit. Her nose might be physically widening due to increased blood flow. She might have a constant metallic taste in her mouth. By the third trimester, simply bending over to put on a pair of shoes requires the strategy of a professional athlete. When the public narrative focuses exclusively on the glow, it leaves little room for the 20% of women who develop pregnancy rhinitis or the many who start snoring for the first time. This gap between expectation and reality can make a woman's actual symptoms feel like personal failures or strange illnesses. Pregnancy is a full-body system override. It alters her internal chemistry, shifts her physical mechanics, and changes her social environment. Exposing these gritty, unspoken symptoms validates the experience of the mother. It shifts the conversation away from aesthetic perfection and toward the reality of biological survival. The first major system to be hijacked is the body's chemical makeup. This animation shows a human foot reacting to the hormone relaxin. Its primary job is to loosen ligaments in the pelvis for birth, but it affects the entire body. As these ligaments loosen, the feet often spread, leading to a permanent half-size increase. Higher up, progesterone deliberately slows down the digestive tract to maximize nutrient absorption. This creates a physiological environment where severe gas, bloating, and constipation become nearly inevitable. The chemical shift continues with excessive saliva production, sudden hair growth on the belly, and a superhuman sense of smell that can turn a favorite food into a source of immediate nausea. These reactions are deliberate rewirings required to support fetal growth, prioritized by the body regardless of the physical discomfort they inflict on the mother. The second override involves changes to the body's physical mass and internal fluid dynamics. This infographic shows the female circulatory system expanding. To support the pregnancy, blood volume increases by 40 to 50%. This extra fluid leads to nasal congestion, excessive sweating, and often the first instance of snoring. As the uterus expands, it exerts direct mechanical pressure on the surrounding organs. It physically crowds the bladder, reducing its capacity and causing the frequent bathroom trips and the leakage that occurs with a cough or a sneeze. The growing belly shifts the woman's center of gravity entirely. Basic movements change. Rolling over in bed requires a multi-step strategy, and standing up from a chair often requires the use of physical momentum just to reach a vertical position. The pregnant body functions under immense mechanical stress. The resulting exhaustion is the measurable cost of 40 weeks of intense internal physical labor. Beyond the physical body, the third override affects the mother's cognitive state and her social world. Hormonal changes affect cognitive function, leading to the forgetfulness often called pregnancy brain. This is compounded by vivid nightmares and third trimester insomnia that leave the mother with very little mental bandwidth. Social dynamics also shift abruptly. Strangers may feel entitled to touch the mother's belly, offer unsolicited comments on her size, or share traumatic birth stories without being asked. This can create a sense of isolation. Friendships may change as priorities shift, and the daily schedule becomes dominated by a constant stream of medical appointments and screening tests. The social and mental toll is often the most invisible part of the process. Navigating it requires the mother to set clear boundaries to protect her own psychological well-being. These hidden symptoms, from the outy belly buttons to the sudden mood swings, are not signs that something is wrong. They are the messy, physical evidence of a biological system successfully executing the 40-week task of creating human life. Shifting focus away from the pursuit of a flawless aesthetic allows for an appreciation of the body's actual endurance. Navigating this journey effectively involves communicating these invisible symptoms to partners, asking for grace as the body changes, and connecting with a community built on honest experiences. Demystifying these 50 realities replaces a fragile cultural myth with the reality of human resilience.